So we're creating a plan of attack. So there's areas on here where there's divots that we want to fill in. So I've kind of road mapped everything that, and here's all the holes, so you can see the holes. Gives me an idea of where I want to fill in. And these are light ones, and then this is a red mark, which is right there. And I got the same thing here, kind of a idea of where I want to map. And it's a little bit hard to see. You can see a little bit of where the dots are, if you will, from sanding, and it's not filled in. But at the same time, it took like 5 minutes. I was really going over it and trying to like evaluate exactly where everything is. So it's kind of tough to see. Again, I don't do this every day, so I'm trying to do the best I can. But we're going to mix up some paint and see what we could do. Of course, the first time I do it, it's going to fill in. And then I have a roadmap to keep building in those little areas. So I'm going to reduce my build primer down a little bit, and I'm only going to be shooting like little tiny areas just to kind of fill in. And then there's a technique that they use when they're like repairing cars where you kind of feather out the edge. So we'll see if that works. Great thing I love about these guns is the actual fluid only travels about an inch through here, so you don't have to clean all this stuff coming up through the gun. That's the best part about this system that they use. It's pretty easy to get this stuff cleaned out. So we got a good hour for this to dry, and we're gonna let that dry and hopefully do some sanding today. The sun's really hot out today. I think we're in the 90s, even though it's only about 78 in the garage. So we will see if I want to go out in the sun. It seems like lately that my head has been like just cherry red from being out in the sun sanding too much. So we'll make that determination in a few minutes. So I believe I got one fender looking spectacular, feeling spectacular. And I got one fender that is close, but you can see I'm like starting to break through to the other layers. So, however, this is the first time that I feel like I have enough build primer on there that I could do what I want and keep sanding and sanding and sanding, and if I felt something I could just keep sanding an area and it'd go away. And that's a nice place to be, because I haven't been there through the 3 or 4 other times that I've done this. So it's starting to come together. I'm gonna do a little more of this fender when I have a little bit of spare time, and then take this fender and that fender and take it to the master and see what he says. And then from there, hopefully I graduate and I move on. So we'll see. Big win. as you can see, that was what I started with on one fender. And then on another fender, of course, it's upside down. Lots of stuff, right? So now we're down to just that on one fender. And a lot of smaller stuff. They're not huge, but a lot of smaller stuff. So this one fender is just way worse than the other. So I think after this iteration, I'll probably be good. And then this one, I'm going to try to build it up enough that this is the last iteration. So we'll see. All right, so we took these over to Greg and, asked for his official opinion, and he was like, nope, these are not good enough yet. So he got out the bucket of water and the 400 wet sandpaper and dug into this, basically this area here, to really smooth out this final section. And he definitely put some mojo into it, man. It wasn't just, super lightly, whatever. He dug in, and then he had me dig in for a while. And I would say maybe 15 minutes each on these. And the cool thing is even though you could probably see different layers that it's going through, I still had enough layers on here to, sand through. And so we were able to get through everything and get it all smoothed out, and he was happy with these. So I'm probably just going to finish that 400, down the rest of the fender, even though that's under the car, but hey, might as well make it even. And these are good to go, so I could set those aside. Now we have this. So this just came in, and we are going to see what happens with this thing. in the next video. So appreciate it and have a great day.